Pioneers of women political leadership. So, as women gained voting rights, they began to push further boundaries, entering political office and challenging the traditional power structure. Like Ellen Wilson became the first female Minister of Education in the UK as the part of the post-war Labour government under Prime Minister Clement Attlee. As Minister of Education, she worked towards expanding educational opportunities for all children, including free school milk for primary school students and laying the foundation for the welfare state in Britain. Wilson also played as a key role in the development of Education Act of 1944, which extended access to secondary education for children in England and Wales. Her tenure was marked by a strong belief in education means to overcome poverty and inequality. Ellen Wilkinson legacy as feminist and advocate for working class rights, and as a groundbreaking female politician in the mid 20th century, continues to be celebrated in the UK today. So next is Golda Meir, a founding member of Israel political system. Golda Meir became the prime minister in 1969, one of the world's first female heads of state. Golda Meir was known for her direct and pragmatic leadership style. Although she was often tough, no nonsense, she also had a deep compassion for people she served. Her tenure as prime minister was marked by a commitment to national security, social welfare, and the consolidation of Israel political system. Mer is often remembered as the Iron Lady of Israel politics, much like her contemporary Margaret Thatcher in the UK. Mer's legacy as a pioneering female leader continues to inspire women in politics around the world. Next is Clara Zetkin. Zetkin was also a advocate for reproduction rights and equal access to education for women. She strongly believed that true gender equality could only be achieved through social and economic equality. And she fought against the conservative societal norms that held women back. Her activism was not confined to speeches and political writings. She was actively involved in organizing strikes, protests, and campaigns that sought to improve the lives of women and workers. So these pioneering women didn't just fight for gender equality. They transformed their country's political landscape, serving as role models for generations of women to come. So that's all for my presentation. I hope you guys have learned something and thank you for listening.
So that was a powerful start to our program. Now, to keep things lively, let's have a quick icebreaker. This game is called Guess Who Said the Famous Line. So, next slide, please.
So we'll share the famous quotes by women leaders, and your task is to guess who said them. Feel free to type your answers in the chat box, and let's see how many you can get right.
Next slide, please. So, who said this line? Without the right values in the people, a democracy is only a confederacy of rules. So, can you guess who said this famous line? Oh no, partner. I guess no one knows who said the
I
line.
know the answer. I know.
Ano ba?
I know that.
Ano, ano po?
That is a famous line, right?
No po.
So we will just reveal the answer. So next slide, please.
Yeah,
So,
there is
our
that.
answer is Corazon Aquino. And for the next slide, next slide, please.
So when we put the Filipino people at the deepest heart of our effort, that's when we can bring real and lasting change to this country. So who said this famous line?
Can anyone guess who said this famous line?
It's our former Vice President, Lenny Robredo.
Yes,
Yes,
that is
that's right.
right.
So this line was said by Lenny Robredo. Thank you very much po for participating. And now, let's turn our attention to the next keynote, which focuses on the extraordinary journey of women in Philippine politics. From their groundbreaking achievements to the barriers they continue to face, this talk will provide us with deeper insights into their impact on our nation's governance.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Or, Hello everyone. I am Joshelle Estrellas and I'll be talking about the Philippine women in politics, empowering the nation, women's role in Philippine politics. So, I have two pictures here, si Imelda Marcos and Corazon Aquino. So, Imelda Marcos, a controversial figure who held significant influence during the martial law era. And for Corazon Aquino, she's the first female president symbolizing democracy after the 1986 People Power Revolution. So, ayan yung mga women in politics. So, next naman is Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who served as the 14th President of the Philippines. And she is the second female president known for economic growth and serving two terms. Next one is Leni Robredo. Leni Robredo, a former Vice President of the Philippines, focusing on poverty, women's empowerment, and transparent governance. So next one, lastly, Miriam Defensor Santiago, a fierce advocate for justice and anti-corruption, inspiring future generations. So, for mid 20th century, the expansion of female political influence. So, international milestones in India in 1966. Indira Gandhi became the first female Prime Minister of India. Her leadership played a major role in shaping modern India. For Israel, we have Golda Meir became Israel's first female Prime Minister in 1969, known as the Iron Lady of the Middle East. Um, she was one of the first female leaders of a modern nation. Next one is in Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She became the America's first elected female head of state in 2006. The European Union began seeing a rise in female political leaders during the 1990s, with women holding significant positions in national and European governments. Um, in 21st century, women's political representation has grown, holding 25% of parliamentary seats worldwide in 2021. However, challenges like gender bias and violence persist. So, Margaret Thatcher, elected as the Prime Minister of the UK in 1979, was one of the most influential female politicians of the 20th century, holding office for 11 years and known for her conservative policies.